one bucket of dirt, a Highbanker, and a secret project leads to this gold nugget discovery.
Wow, look at that. That's impressive.
We're taking a trip down memory lane to a special place in the gold fields of New South Wales, Australia, Trunkey Creek. It's a spot that holds a bit of a legend for me, and it all started with a small yet significant discovery.
Look at that, you guys. That's just only a quarter of the bucket so far, and look at how much gold.
Welcome back to our family prospecting adventures, and I hope to earn your follow or subscription. Make sure to like and share this video. Let's get this undertaking started.
Got these man hands.
Back in April, 6 months ago, I was working on a section of bedrock with Luca when we discovered a small crack. It was about the size of my finger, and we knew we had to get into it. We broke apart the bedrock with our pelican pick, sheer force, and our man hands to carefully remove the dirt in the crevices. We discovered the bedrock was holding more than just a few specks of gold. In total, over 1 gram of gold.
Oh my gosh!
Luca, this was well worth it. We went on a walkabout to get some gold, and we found the gold.
Wow,
Hold on, still going. Get every last bit.
that's a 1 gram crevice.
There you go, 1.02.
Our day was ending, but I wanted to take some home to process later.
Have a bucket to take home to pan out later. Great job, Luca.
Thank you.
Father-son adventure complete, and we got a lot of gold. Well over 1 gram.
Let's go.
I filled a bucket with what I call bedrock dirt, the fine, heavy material packed tightly against the rock. I took that bucket home, full of potential, and then it sat for 6 months, right in the corner of my shed. Life gets busy, you know? Fast forward to today. I finally decided it was time to process that bucket of bedrock dirt. But I wasn't going to use a pan or my regular sluice box. I've been working on a secret project with Kyle, with a C, from Crux Prospecting, and I needed to test some new equipment, specifically some riffle mats. So I set up my Crux Highbanker, excited to conduct a high flow test on the mats. I fired up the 3D printer and printed 3 mats to lay in between standard Crux mats. It's a new design I'm hoping to bring to market soon, and I needed to put these mats through a real-world test. The mats were placed in the Highbanker. I alternated between the 3D printed mats and the new Generation 2 Crux mats. With the setup complete and my nerves at an all-time high, it was time to feed the hopper with that 6-month-old dirt. When Luca heard we were testing new riffle mats for a secret project, he instantly wanted to be part of the experiment and adventure. We purposely chose to test the mats in the Crux Highbanker using high flow to process the material, since these new mats were designed to catch even the smallest pieces of gold. I was excited, but also a little nervous. Would the dirt even have anything in it? Would the mats perform well or utterly fail? Luca is my lucky charm when it comes to catching gold. As a father-son team, we're simply unstoppable, and I suppress my doubt. After processing half the bucket, I did place a pan at the end of the sluice to test whether any gold was getting blown out. This isn't a perfect indicator that the mats work, especially considering I didn't even know if gold even existed in the bucket of dirt. So the results would be a double-edged sword. Finding 0 gold in the test of the tailings would indicate the gold was getting caught in the mats. However, it could indicate there was none. But I remain hopeful and positive.
0 gold. That's exactly what we want to see, bud.
Yeah.
With the good news, it was time to finish the last remnants of dirt left in the bucket.
All right, fam. Let's see how much gold the red mat's caught.
We don't want gold. We do want gold.
We want gold in the red
We
mats,
want
not the
gold in
pan
that.
earlier.
Okay.
We want gold. We want gold in this one. If we get no gold, then either I dug in the really bad spot or the mats didn't catch any of the gold. So
All right, we're going for gold.
we're going for gold, people.
And if we don't get gold, we have to jump into that freezing cold pool, which is not going to be well, even though it's a hot day.
Ice bath.
It's going to be freezing cold.
And look at this, you guys. So we're pulling the mats, and look right there. I'm gonna have to get in. That's a big one too. Look
Oh
at
my
that.
gosh.
Yeah, it's huge. All right, let me show you guys. Holy cow! I did not expect that at all.
There's two.
Wow, look at that right there. That's a gold nugget right there. I'm gonna pull it out of the mats.
God, how did you even see that?
I just was tilting it back and it just reflected out because it's really hard to see anything on this mat right
very
here.
murky.
Yeah, very murky water and everything. So I didn't expect to see any gold. And it looks like there's another piece right there. Yeah, there is. Holy cow, there's another one right there. And then a huge one right there. That's impressive. Wow. Where do you see, Finny?
Right there.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about right there. That's crazy. Good eye, buddy. Good eye.
Big one.
Two big ones. All right, Kyle, you designed some really good mats because they are catching gold, and they're catching big gold with ironstone laden in a Highbanker with high flow. That's impressive, brother. That is impressive. So as I was trying to pluck out that big nugget, you see that? There's another piece right next to it. Wow, look at that. That's impressive. And that's my toe and my feet. Here's that nugget. Listen to it, you guys. That is a clinker. Holy cow. I think you would consider this not just a picker. That's an actual size nugget right there. That thing is impressive. Holy cow. Wow. I'm impressed by this. I didn't think there was going to be this good of gold. That's insane. How much character it has. Definitely tell it's river worn. Look at that. That's impressive, you guys. Holy cow. Look at that. Wow. Again, the clink. You guys, look at the top mat. This is insane. I got Chloe behind the camera to help me out because I was like, holy cow. But this thing just gets crazier and crazier as I reveal. I mean, look at that. That is probably...
Is this the most that you found on...
I mean, this is an incredible find for Trunkey Creek in that one spot. I mean, this pan, just the top mat alone... And it caught it in those test mats too. The ones that are being developed. This is insane. Look at that, you guys.
It's so shiny.
Wow, it is. Look at that.
Those are beautiful pieces. Oh my gosh.
That is so insane.
Oh, Mom.
All right, so this one top mat in the Highbanker caught this much gold, you guys, in that chunky coarse nugget. Look at that. We were worried about high flow systems with these because they weren't really designed for it. But with the ironstone and everything and the amount of gold it caught, that is just the most impressive thing I've ever seen. That is incredible. Holy cow. And I haven't even panned out the rest of the mats, but I mean, look at that. Holy cow. Kyle, you killed it on this, brother. Killed it. And it's a good sign, look at that. So there's still gold from the other mats, but not that much, which tells me exactly what I wanted to see, is that the top mat actually caught the majority of the gold.
The final verdict. The dirt bucket contained gold, which was a win. But even better, 95% of the gold was caught in the top mat, while the other 5% was caught in the lower mats. That's exactly what I wanted to see with this secret project. But what exactly is this project? I can't tell you yet, but stay tuned for future adventures where we test the mats in the field at various locations under different conditions to see if the mats catch gold.
Luca, you're on the gold. That's impressive.
Look at that.
That's impressive. That's a chunker right there, man. You think that chunker clinks?
Maybe.
Ooh, it's a clinker. Do it again.
That's nice.
Ooh.